So, very good morning to all of you. I'm here in the park. Now, I wish to talk about the House of Hanover. Why? Why were the Hanovers so crucial? It was around the Jacobite era that Jacobites were in Scotland, whereas the Hanovers had success over the throne. In their search for successor to maintain a sort of monarchy, the English had looked first to the Netherlands, okay? Now, a German dynasty was to occupy the throne, but the Hanoverians were at home among the people, for Protestantism and patriotism were coming to mean the same thing. This was a new century, okay? Heralding new succession crisis and further fears of Britain falling back into Popish hands. In 1702, Queen Anne ascended the throne, and through though no one felt the least anxiety about her loyalty, she was still a Stuart and the daughter of James II, a Catholic king. So Queen Anne and James II were Catholics. Okay, Act of Settlement was in 1701 to preempt and bid by the exiled James II himself should be outlived Queen Anne, or by his son James Edward Stuart, her daughter Louisa Maria Theresa, if she could not. Instead, the Act established that the succession would go to the reliably Protestant and German Sophia electors of Hanover. This was the Treaty of Union. The Parliament of Edinburgh approved this agreement. It looked like this. It was such an agreement. It looked like this. Okay, what else would be considered important? Further on the throne, George was age 54 by the time he was crowned king of country to which he was a stranger. His previous life as a German prince included service in the Hanoverian army in the War of Spanish Succession after the failed Jacobite Rising of 1715. So, failed Jacobite Rising in 1715. Okay. To restore the Stuart to the throne and the second minus care, 719, George's reign was comparatively secure and for the most part peaceful. George did, however, take Britain into the war of the Quadruple Alliance, 780 and 20, fighting alongside the Dutch Republic, Austria, France, fought Philip V of Spain, planned to take the French throne and territories in Italy, over which he felt his wife Isabel Farnese was entitled to reign. Okay, former George, soldier king, George II, who ascended to the throne in 1727, was also a veteran of the War of Spanish Succession. An early event of George II's reign was the War of Jenkins' Year, fought against Spain from 1739 over the right of Britain to sell slaves to the Spanish Empire. Okay, former George in 760, a young king followed an old one when George III came to the throne. So George III, okay, and